Hello YouTube, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty going around. As you can tell by the title, the thumbnail, and the video, this is my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video from all the way from the beginning or to the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more rest content I do on the channel. And go check out my WWE NXT review and highlights, and also go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights. And follow my social media down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now AEW Dynamite was a good show for what it was, and that's all I have to say about that. We're live. Excalibur and Taz and Tony Schiavone greet audience at home before Gabe Kidd cuts them off and calls out Darby Allin, asking him where he is. Darby Allin appears and begins brawling with Gabe Kidd, sending his shoulders bouncing off the exposed part of the top turnbuckle and raining down right hands on him. Gabe Kidd sends Darby Allin crashing onto the exposed part of the turnbuckle, then runs him over with a lariat. Darby Allin responds with a coffin drop to Gabe Kidd off the top rope, but Really Yuta appears out of nowhere. Darby Allin sends Really Yuta crashing off the apron and onto the floor, then levels Gabe Kidd with a springboard coffin drop, and Gabe Kidd his skateboard cover and tags from under the ring. He flies off the middle rope and hits Really Yuta with the skateboard. John Moxley, Maria Shafir, and Claudio Castagnoli appears at ringside, but the lights goes out. When they come back on, Hook's bat signals appears and he makes his way to the ring along with Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. The Death Riders and Gabe Kidd brawl with the Ops. Hook and Willow Nightingale, Gabe Kidd and Darby Allin brawl through the backstage area, and Gabe Kidd berates Darby Allin. He lays him on the roll cage and looks to hit him with a hammer, but Darby Allin moves out of the way and sprays powder into his eyes. He puts him to sleep with a coliform on a rag, then places him into a body bag attached to a truck with a chain. He starts up the truck and drives away with Gabe Kidd in the body bag. Alright, Mercedes Moné then makes her way to the ring. Alex Windsor follows. So we get the first match. Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor for the TBS Championship. And this match right here, I ain't gonna lie, this was a good match, but I'm so sick and tired of Mercedes Moné holding 9 belts. That's all I gotta say. The bell rings and Mercedes Moné fires off a stomp what's her name? Alex Windsor, yeah. So the bell rings, Mercedes Moné fires off a stomp on Alex Windsor. She jams her boot into her neck, but Alex Windsor looks to chance in a sharpshooter on Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné quickly makes it over to the bottom rope to escape. Then connects with a pair of arm drags. Mercedes Moné locks in a cross space on Alex Windsor, but Alex Windsor flies off the apron to level Mercedes Moné with a cannonball. Alex Windsor changes in a sharpshooter on Mercedes Moné using the bottom rope, but Mercedes Moné managed to escape. Back from the break, Alex Windsor lands a clothesline on Mercedes Moné in a corner and follows it up with a flying shoulder attack to her. She delivers a blue thunder bomb and goes for a pin, but Mercedes Moné kicks out. Alex Windsor locks in a sharpshooter on Mercedes Moné, but Mercedes Moné transitions into a statement maker on Alex Windsor. Alex Windsor rolls through to escape and gets Mercedes Moné up on her spine, but Mercedes Moné counters into a perfect bomb and goes for a pin. Alex Windsor kicks out. Mercedes Moné delivers a backstabber to Alex Windsor, but Alex Windsor catches Mercedes Moné with a pop-up powerbomb. Alex Windsor locks in another sharpshooter on Mercedes Moné, but Mercedes Moné rolls under the bottom rope to escape and sends both herself and Alex Windsor crashing onto the floor. Alex Windsor keeps a figure 4 leg lock cinch in on Mercedes Moné, then transitions into a sharpshooter. Mercedes Moné taps out, but both women are forced to return to the ring when the referee begins a 10 count. Mercedes Moné changes in a statement maker and Alex Windsor, but Alex Windsor catches Mercedes Moné with a headbutt and a powerbomb. Mercedes Moné then changes in a statement maker on Alex Windsor once again, but Alex Windsor crawls over to the bottom rope. Mercedes Moné rolls back through to the middle, but Alex Windsor counters into a pinfall. Mercedes Moné kicks out and is forced to relinquish the hold. But Mercedes Moné counters into a pinfall of the win. The winner and still your TBS AEW TBS Women's Champion, Mercedes Moné. So I got that one right. So TBS champion. So Mercedes Moné retains the TBS championship, which is a good match. Which is a good match in my opinion. After the match, Alex Windsor offers a handshake to Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné brushes her off and locks in the statement maker. Back in on Alex Windsor. Riho's music hits and she runs down to the ring. She delivers a double stomp on Alex on Mercedes Moné off the top rope. Then picks up the TBS championship and stares at it. Can this be Riho's time? Riho's time to take the title off Mercedes Moné? We don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. Mark Briscoe then makes his way to the ring. He says in 2025 his focus has been on the TNT Championship at a young man named Kyle Fletcher, who currently carries the TNT Championship. He says in order to get a match, he has to have a conversation with Don Callis. He says Don Callis said that Mark Briscoe had to be one of the henchmen to get a TNT Championship shot, and says he's ready for whoever it is. Don Callis makes his way to the ring alongside Lance Archer and Rocky Romero. Don Callis says he has something to say, then says he's a little busy getting Josh Fletcher and Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander get ready for their All-Star 8-man tag team match later tonight. He says that Mark Briscoe's opponent will be Kanushka Takeshita this coming Saturday on AEW Collision, and Takeshita makes his way to the ring. He gets into the ring and stares down Mark Briscoe, but Mark Briscoe tells Takeshita that he'll beat him on Saturday. He tells Don Callis that he's ready to wrestle right now, and Rocky Romero scrolls up to Mark Briscoe until Don Callis spots Lance Archer and decides that he's Mark Briscoe's opponent. Alright, so we get Mark Briscoe versus Lance Archer, accompanied by Rocky Romero. And this match right here, this was a decent match in my opinion. Mark Briscoe fires off strikes on Lance Archer and the bell rings. He follows it up with an insecurity that sends Lance Archer crashing out of the ring. Then looks to land a toe suicide on him. Lance Archer intercepts Mark Briscoe with a chokeslam and pins him back in the ring. But Mark Briscoe kicks out. Rocky Romero distracts the referee as Lance Archer tips the ring steps on their side and chokeslams Mark Briscoe on top of them. Back from the break, Mark Briscoe sends Lance Archer crashing out of the ring with their clothesline and flies through the middle rope to level Lance Archer. He dumps Lance Archer back in the ring, but Lance Archer responds with a chokeslam to Mark Briscoe, flies off the middle rope and levels Lance Archer with a missile dropkick. But Mark Briscoe lands a sunset flip on Lance Archer and goes for a pin. Lance Archer kicks out, but Mark Briscoe catches him with an elbow drop off the top rope for the win. The winner of the match, Mark Briscoe. This was a decent match for what it was. We then head backstage where Renee Paquette catches up with Harley Cameron. Wheeler Yuta approaches them and tells Chris Statlander that the Death Riders have her back. Chris Statlander declines their help, but Maria Shafir stares her down. Wheeler Yuta, Maria Shafir, and Claudio Castagnoli then make their way to the ring. Brody King and Bandito follows. Alright, so we get a tag team match. Brody King and Bandito versus Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli, accompanied by Maria Shafir for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. And this tag team match right here, this was a pretty good tag team match. Bandito and Wheeler Yuta begin the action. The bell rings and the two lock up. Claudio Castagnoli and Brody King tag in and exchange shots with one another. But Brody King levels Claudio Castagnoli with a rolling forearm and tags in Bandito. Brody King sends Bandito crashing on the top of Claudio Castagnoli, but Bandito sends Claudio Castagnoli crashing into the mat and flies off the top rope, looking to level Claudio Castagnoli with a crossbody. Claudio Castagnoli catches Bandito and connects with a backbreaker on him before Real Yuta rains down right hands on him on the outside while Claudio Castagnoli distracts the referee. Back from the break, Bandito looks to fly off the top rope. Claudio Castagnoli catches him, but Bandito connects with a Mexican destroyer on him and tags in Brody King. Brody King stacks Real Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli on top of one another in the corner. Then lands a cannonball on both of them and goes for a pin. Claudio Castagnoli kicks out. Bandito delivers a frog splash to Claudio Castagnoli, but Claudio Castagnoli moves out of the way, and tags in Real Yuta. Real Yuta charges at Bandito in the corner, but Bandito moves out of the way and tags in Brody King. Brody King drags Real Yuta up the rope and then tags in Bandito. Brody King delivers a superplex to Real Yuta. Then Bandito sets up to charge at him. Maria Shafir grabs Bandito's ankle and John Moxley sends Brody King crashing into the ring post. Claudio Castagnoli assists Real Yuta in landing a frog splash on Bandito off the top ropes. Real Yuta then goes for a pin, but Bandito kicks out. Castagnoli delivers a swing to Bandito, and Real Yuta catches Bandito with a drop kick. Real Yuta pins Bandito, but Brody King breaks the fall. Darian appears at ringside and takes out John Moxley, opening the door for Bandito to deliver the 21 plex to Real Yuta for the win. The winner and still your AEW Tag Team Champions, Brody King and Bandito. This was a pretty good match right here. Adam Copeland makes his way to the ring, but FTR blindsides him from behind and beats him down in the ring. Christian Cage slides into the ring to even the odds, but security in the locker room run down to the ring to break the man apart. FTR delivers an assisted power driver to one of the wrestlers. And one thing I hate about this brawl, why our security guards are breaking up the fight. Let Adam Copeland and Christian Cage brawl against FTR. Let them brawl. That's all I gotta say. I hate when security guards breaking up a fight. That's the only negative thing I hate about AEW is security guards breaking up a fight. You know what I'm saying? This rivalry between FTR and Christian Cage and Adam Copeland is far from over. So that's all I gotta say. But let them fight. That's all I gotta say. The Young Bucks and the Don Callis family, they make their way to the ring. Jet Speed, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page follows. So we get the next match right here. Hangman Page, Jet Speed, and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks and the Don Callis family, accompanied by Don Callis. And this match right here, I ain't even gonna lie. This match right here, this was not a bad tag team match, but this was a I might as well say this tag team match was okay. This was okay match for what it was. Page and Alexander began the action. The bell rings and the two lock up. Page runs the ropes, but Kyle Fletcher takes a cheap kick on him. Kenny Omega and Page then flies off and altering a chop on Alexander's chest and spine. Back from the break, Nick Jackson tags in, but Speedball Mike Bailey catches him with a drop kick off the middle rope. Kevin Knight tags in and levels Nick with a clothesline. Kenny Omega and Kyle Fletcher then tags in, and Kenny Omega double teams on Kyle Fletcher and the corner with Page. Page delivers a German suplex to Kyle Fletcher, then sets up for the buckshot lariat V-trigger combination with Kenny Omega. Josh Alexander comes to Kyle Fletcher's aid, open the door for Kyle Fletcher to send Adam Page crashing into the announcer desk. To announce that, I'm sorry. Bailey and Josh Alexander tag in, and Bailey fires off rapid fire kicks on Josh Alexander. He lands a kick on Josh Alexander's chest and delivers the 450 splash knee to him. But Josh Alexander levels Bailey with a pair of German suplexes. Bailey looks to land a 450 splash on Josh Alexander on the apron, but Alexander rolls out of the way and drags Bailey up on the top of one of the barricades. Kevin Knight ties off the top rope with a clothesline to level at Josh Alexander on the top of the barricade. Back in the ring, Nick Jackson and Kyle Fletcher delivers a Meltzer driver on Meltzer. Hope I'm saying this right. Meltzer driver on Kevin Knight, and Nick Jackson hits a second one on Speedball with Matt Jackson on the outside. Back from another break, Josh Alexander tags in and prevents Bailey from tagging Kenny Omega in. Bailey breaks free and tags in Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega and Kyle Fletcher exchange right hands on the middle of the ring, but Kenny Omega lands a Snapdragon suplex on Josh Alexander and Kyle Fletcher. Matt tags in, then immediately tags out to Nick Jackson. Page demands that Kenny Omega tag him in, and Kenny Omega does such. Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson began brawling with Kenny Omega and Page, but Matt Jackson sends Kenny Omega crashing into the mat. Page runs over Nick Jackson, but Page looks to land a buckshot lariat on him. Matt Jackson moves out of the way, and Nick Jackson sets up for a buckshot lariat of his own, but accidentally hits Matt Jackson. Kenny Omega then delivers a V trigger to Matt Jackson, and the former Elite members continues brawling with one another. Kyle Fletcher tags in and lands a tombstone on Page. He goes for the pin, but Page kicks out. Kyle Fletcher lands a kick on Page's chest, but Kevin Knight tags in and lands a drop kick on Kyle Fletcher. Kevin Knight spikes Kyle Fletcher with a DDT that then extends the top rope and sets up for the UFO splash. Kyle Fletcher gets his knees up, but Mike Bailey catches Kyle Fletcher with a reverse hurricane off the top rope. The Young Bucks deliver the formerly known as the EVP trigger to Bailey, and Kyle Fletcher spikes Kevin Knight with a brainbuster for the win. The winner of the match, the Young Bucks and the Don Callis family. This tag team match was okay for what it was. After the match, Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander beat down Kenny Omega and Page in the ring as the Young Bucks and the Jet Speed Brawl to the back. Rocky Romero and Lance Archer joined Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander in beating down Kenny Omega and Page in the ring. And Kyle Fletcher lands a brainbuster on Page on the top of the chair set up, top of a chair set up in the middle of the ring. I'm sorry. Rocky Romero and Lance Archer set up a table on the outside as Kenny Omega checks on Page. Kyle Fletcher holds Kenny Omega in place, but Kenny Omega fights back and beats down Josh Alexander, Rocky Romero, and Lance Archer. Kyle Fletcher hits Kenny Omega with a chair in his midsection, then fires off hammer and involve elbow on his spine on the ring apron, and lands a brainbuster on Kenny Omega through the table. The Don Callis family stands tall over Kenny Omega as medical officials check on Kenny Omega. They place a neck brace on him and brings out a backboard for Kenny Omega as the show goes off the air. And that's it. So yeah. So AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Now AEW Dynamite was a good show in my own opinion. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel, and go check out my WWE NXT review on highlights, and go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights that I posted on the channel yesterday. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And thank you guys so much for watching my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys so much. And help me, make sure you guys run my videos and YouTube shorts for some watch time hours. That way I can get the watch time hours that I deserve, so I become YouTube partner for the very first time. And I need your help. And I need your help to get me to YouTube partner. So make sure you guys watch all my videos and watch my YouTube shorts for some watch time hours, because that will help. And I will see you guys tonight for my upcoming world premiere for my AEW Dynamite review on highs at around 4 o'clock a.m. on YouTube. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Love yourself, treat yourself, and always stay blessed, man. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And shout out to everybody that was streaming on Twitch. Shout out to Showstopper TV, man. Shout out to Tipper Chew. And shout out to Squidwella. And shout out to what's the name? What's the name? Shout out to SW33T Starla. And shout out to Serene for streaming last night over there on Twitch, man. I had lots of fun at Serene's live stream. So Serene, if you're watching this video, shout out to you as well. Shout out to my boy Radrax for streaming on Twitch yesterday, man. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, man. I love you guys so much, man. Like I said earlier, just now, run my videos and run my YouTube short videos for some watch time hours. That way I can get the watch hours I deserve. All right. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I'll see you guys this Friday for my WWE SmackDown review and highlights. And AJ Lee better be at SmackDown in Chicago. But Triple H, like I said on my yesterday's video, and I want to mention it on this video right now. Triple H, we had to pull that trigger. You got to strike while the iron is hot. Don't disappoint us. Don't finesse us. I already know that there's been reports and rumors that AJ Lee is going to be at SmackDown in Chicago. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, I just want to put that out there for all my viewers that's watching this video. I just had to put this out there. So yeah, I had to put this out there to let all my social viewers know what's going to be on Friday Night SmackDown. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And thank you guys so much for watching.